of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We share a portion of our vision, mission, and core values, and this month is vision and mission. Engaging, educating, empowering everyone every day. And the mission is Bloomfield School District engages our students in learning, educates our students in academic and life skills, empowers our students for the future, and embraces everyone's differences every day. And before we start, we do need to make an adjustment to our agenda, and we need to remove 5E. If I could have a motion to remove that.
I'll make a motion.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And we'll off to our students of the month. We start with elementary.
Students of the month.
All right, so I'm going to call the elementary students first, and then I've got Mr. Dean as well after that. So my student of the month, I actually had two for October, but one of them isn't playing. So I told her I'd move her to November, and that is Emily Casey. So she'll be here next month. All right, so my other one is Mr. Ben Ford. Come on up here, Mr. Ben. Remember what we talked about? We'll find out in the quiz you here, okay? So Mr. Ben is a first grader in Mrs. Crystal Hodges' first grade classroom there. And his mother Veronica is here. She's very proud of him as well. We pulled a dirty trick on Mom. I'm gonna fess up here. We called Mom and made it sound like he was in trouble because he was in the principal's office, didn't we? Yeah, we got her good. So then we let him, I said, he's got something he needs to tell you. And he said, I'm student of the month. And she goes, wait, what did he say? That was dirty, wasn't it? Good though. It was good. So I asked Ben if he had any brothers or sisters, and he has a few here. He says he's got Lexi, and Jocelyn, and Ava, and Trent. Did I get them all right? Good. All right. Now you're up. I asked him what his favorite subject in school was, and he said, oh. There you go. That's it. He said P. Actually, he said a couple things there, and so I started giving him ideas of, it's like, well, it could be art, it could be music, it could be math, it could be language arts, it could be PE. He goes, PE. That was it. That discussion was over. I asked him what his favorite hobby was. Soccer. You said reading your book.
Reading a book.
While playing soccer. Right? There we go. Favorite food? Pepperoni pizza. Favorite color? This was different. Favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Gold.
Gold.
Oh,
I don't usually get little ones say that gold is their favorite color. That's his favorite color. I asked him what his favorite movie or TV show was. Spider-Man. He knew that for sure. And I asked him what he likes best about Bloomfield, and he said nice people. Nice people. Want to hear what your teacher has to say about you? No. She said that she is very proud of Ben for being our student of the month. He is a joy to have in class. He has such a fun personality. He is always challenging himself to do better in everything that he does. He not only has a drive to do the best academically, but he works hard to be a great friend. He has a spunky personality that keeps us laughing all day. I am very thankful to be Ben's teacher. That's what she said about it. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So our student of the month for October is Mr. Ben Ford. Ben, I also have a Dairy Queen card for you. I know you're looking forward to it. I told you about that, didn't I? All right, let's get your picture. If you look down here, Mom, if you want to get one too. Good job, Ben. Good. So, moving on to
High school?
middle school.
Oh, middle school, okay.
She's still middle school, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a high school, but she's also in the play, and so we have to make hers to November also.
Right, okay. So, McKinley Latimer. Oh, yeah, congratulations. You're not bad. Mainly that Latimer. Mainly. Just let me know about that tomorrow. So, all right, good. So, McKinley here, he has a few things that he asks her as well. And he says, what is your favorite food? Steak. You don't know? What clubs? You're not in any clubs right now? Want to be in the play? There's no open. All right. What are your hobbies and your likes?
I'm gonna play volleyball next year. I play softball and I play football.
Basketball quadrates. I think that's what it was. Oh, shit. How good are you? Really good. Oh,
Right, a
good.
little bit.
Oh, just a little bit? All right. Well, that's good. You're not trying if you're not wrecking that thing, right? Okay. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. But. What is your favorite subject and why?
My favorite subjects are science and language arts, mainly because of my teachers. I really love my teachers. And my teacher, Miss Kelly, she helped me like language arts, and I've always liked science.
What do you like most about Bloomfield Middle School?
I really like the teachers. I think they're really nice. I like the staff, and I like most of the kids.
Honesty, right there. All right. So, all right, everybody. McKinley Latimer.
Okay. Again, congratulations to the students of the month, and we would invite you to stay for the rest of the meeting, but if you need to leave, we understand, and we're going to pause for just a second and let anybody leave if they need to. We have any Bloomfield elementary recognitions.
Yes, so I got a few here. Participants in our Welcome Wednesdays, since the last board meeting, we had our first responders, our local first responders, Officer Holt, Bloomfield PD, the Sheriff's Department, probation. We had a lot of them out there, which is really cool. I even had parents outside asking me what was going on in the school. So I hope nothing, because we're all standing out here. Culture Club, led by Mrs. Tolbert, came out and helped out. And then our musical cast, and Miss Laura Helms was out there this past Wednesday. So singing and carrying on out there, it was good. It's so funny watching kids walk up in the morning when you're trying to cheer them on, because some of them are all about it. Like, they're charged, and some of them are just like, nope, not now, not awake. And they're walking ahead. I did also want to thank, he's not here tonight, but Steve Dowden, Jack Factory. We had a couple benches inside the building that I wanted to move out. So I don't know if you've been around that side or not, but we have several benches now underneath canopy, so kids or parents can sit and wait if they're waiting to get in, or parents are waiting for the kids. And so we had the two metal ones that were across from the hallway there from the office, but they had started peeling. So I called Steve and asked if there was any way that they could help us out. And I just had to take apart and it was just the handles on the sides and stuff. The seats themselves were great. So they totally re-coated those for us, and we put them out there and they look great. So they kind of blended up against the bricks a little bit. So I want to thank him for that. Right now, over at the elementary is our third grade pumpkin spectacular. I don't know if you guys have seen that before or not, but the kids read a book. They write a paper over a character in that book, and then they design a pumpkin to represent that character or that book as well. So it was pretty cool over there. He was over there with us, and It's really neat, like their imaginations. I'm sure they're getting a little bit of help on actually making it happen, but it's really cool how they make those things. They transform those into their character. I like that. Also, we just had Fire Safety Week right before fall break, and the Taylor Township Fire Department and Chief Randy Baker every year. I don't even have to call them; they call me every year, and they come in. We set them up in the middle school gymnasium. They show them some video on fires and what causes fires and how to prevent fires. They practice stop, drop, and roll. And then they go outside and they give them a tour of the trucks and they get to climb up in the trucks and all that kind of stuff. So kids really enjoy it and I really appreciate them. Because like I said, if I miss calling them, I don't have to worry about it because Randy is on me to get that going and get that set up. And we do it it's usually a Friday on Fire Safety Week. So today we had Dan McGlown show up to give a presentation to the elementary. He did junior high and high school also about the upcoming eclipse. It was really cool. He has a virtual, setup that he created where it shows the eclipse coming over the sun and what's going to happen. And he gave him a lot of information about it. He's very passionate about eclipses. I guess he travels all over the world and chases these things. And I've got to say, he actually left some time, about 10 minutes, to ask elementary kids if they had any questions. I will say that a lot of times when you ask an elementary child if they have a question, they're giving you a statement. They're not giving you, but they actually had some really good questions. And he answered them and did it to their level, which I thought was really neat. I didn't get to see the middle school or high school ones, but I'm sure he took it up a notch for them. But he kept it at the right level where the kids were totally interested. 30 minutes they sat there and they listened to him and they asked questions. You can tell, toward the end of the 30 minutes, it started to get a little, you're hearing the rumblings and all. I was like, okay, time to go. But that mom was like, we're done. So he did a good job though. I was really glad to have him here. And I'll tell you, on that, I had went to Thursday and Friday before fall break. I went to the school safety specialist training. And one of the breakout sessions that I went into was talking about this. And they had said on the line of totality in the state of Indiana, anyway, every state park, every hotel around a state park or in that line are already completely booked. And what they were trying to say, they were trying to talk to us about our infrastructure and how it's going to wear on your cell phone, just traffic and just people that don't live in your communities being there. So they were it was more of he was talking a lot with the police that were there as well, what they needed to do. But even on the school side, he had asked several schools if they were going to be in session or not. I think almost all of them said no, not that day. They weren't at any day like we are. So just kind of neat. I always wondered, are there really going to be that many people? Then I got to thinking, well, if Shackamack State Park's already booked, and if Spencer's already booked, and it's a good chance. We're going to have a lot of people here.
With North Davies, they're renting out their whole area for parking.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing with the fairgrounds as well. We've opened up the camping over
Like
there.
people are already
People's
paying.
already starting to book that,
Paying for parking.
even to the point of.
Do you have an idea?
on Boston.
It was just kind of cool. I mean, and then they were saying a lot of them are not people from our state, people from the outside, and maybe not even from this country, from what they were telling. And Dan kind of backed that up a little bit today too. He was talking about how, I forget, he was telling us he knew somebody, I can't remember where it was at, but they rented their house out for $10,000 a day to a Japanese
I would love that.
To watch the
family.
eclipse?
Oh, I will go stay at my brother's house. I would rent that in a
That's
second
what
for
I'm
that
thinking.
kind of
I'm
money.
like, Aaron Purvis, you know all kinds of rooms.
You're right. Yeah. Start putting Airbnb.
How
that
did
thing.
that happen?
I don't know.
We'll talk later.
Airbnb, yeah. I want to highlight Mr. Graves. He did a plane competition where he had students in his class they were making, paper airplanes, but they were using the size of the wings as the independent variable and trying to see what planes could fly the best. And they had a certain scientific method that they had to use. And he knows more about that than I do. I'm going to botch that all up, but it was really cool. I can tell you that. And he gave away an airplane award. He calls it the 2003 Airplane Red Oliphant Award. And I asked him, called him up, and I'm like, I know who Red Elephant was, but why Red Elephant? Well, I didn't know that you guys probably know this, but he was an accomplished pilot in the Korean War. Is that right? I get the right war on that one? That's what he told me. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. So I think it's pretty cool because he does these things. He's got some more competitions that he's going to build up in the science class now. And he tries to find local heroes. And he's going to he calls the family, asks if he can. And then if they say yes, he tags that name onto that award. And I thought that was really cool. I didn't realize he had done that. He was doing the other stuff, but I did not realize he had done that. That caught me off guard. That's really cool. So I wanted to highlight him on it. He does such a great job. Character trait winners, I always go over those. We had one for citizenship, Brooklyn Stanley. 3 for caring, Zeke Miller, Samuel Tolbert, and Logan Rogers. 1 for responsibility, Addison Thornton, or 2, I guess, Logan Lilly. And perseverance was Sandy Hughes and Isaiah Davis. And Samuel got a double reward because he won the drawing, and inside of that, he got to have lunch with his principal. So I thought that was really cool. It was interesting. Him and Aiden came in. They're full of spunk. I'll give them that much. They talked the whole time, like being in a meeting with Mr. Dean. All right. Right, Ms. Vander Ray?
He's not here to defend himself.
It wouldn't matter. I said it either way. It's fine. It's fine. That's all I had for elementary on that one. Moving to high school, middle school, high school. He has a few here. 10th grade early college field trip. They took to Oakland City University on October 3rd. Kellen Luce received an interview for the Lilly Scholarship. That's a big deal. I think Bloomfield has a pretty good track record with that Lilly Scholarship too, by the way. So, I mean, over the years, we've had a lot of kids from Bloomfield, I think, receive that. Beta induction ceremony was held on Monday, October 9th, and we inducted over 30 new members to the Beta Club. For a school our size, that's a lot, I think. Grades 9, 10, and 11 conducted the PSAT testing on Tuesday, October 11th, while our seniors took the early college field trip to Ivy Tech in Bloomington, also on that day. We hosted visitors from ROI, enhanced semiconductors, and reliable microsystems on Monday, October 23rd is what they were covering, I guess, on that. I can't give you details on that one. You'd have to ask him about that, but that's what he has here. He mentioned Dan McClown and the solar eclipse convocation as well. So girls basketball held their first scrimmage on Tuesday, October 24th versus Cloverdale. We wanted to highlight that. Volleyball ended their season in the sectional this year. And we had, it looks like, 2 of our athletes, our cross-country runners, advanced out of sectional and into regional. And that was Jaden Meadus and Leah Fishel. That's all he had for that.
All right, thank you.
And I'm going to be ducking out, not trying to be rude, but
Nope.
I will make my premiere. So.
All
Thank you, everybody.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
And is there any public comments regarding agenda items?
No.
All right, seeing none, we'll go on to our routine business. First is the meeting minutes for September the 28th, 2023, which was a work session. And do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And then also the meeting minutes for September 28th, 2023, the regular session meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you. All in favor? All right, thank you. And then meeting minutes for October the 12th special session, the public hearing. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, and a second. All right, thank you. All in favor? And then we have the treasurer's report for this month. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve it.
All right, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And then we have the list of personnel for this month. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. All in favor? And then a list of donations. We have a donation from Jace. I'm sorry if I mispronounce this. Salvador Quito made a donation to the Redliners. And then there was an anonymous donation made to the NJROTC. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll motion we approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Thank you. And then the fundraiser request for this month, do we have a motion to approve that list?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, thank you very much. And then on to other business. The 2024 BSD budget, CFP plan, and bus replacement plan adoption. Do we have any questions or comments on that? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And then the resolution for the 2024 budget hearing. Is there any questions or comments on that? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I motion we approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Thank you very much. And then the resolution to transfer amounts from the education fund to the operations fund. Any questions or comments on that? Seeing none, do we have a motion
I'll make a motion.
and a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Thank you. And then the 2024 budget transfer resolution. Do we have any questions or comments there? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
All right, and a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Thank you very much. And then we're skipping E, so resolution for supplemental payment. Is there any questions or comments there? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion that we approve.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And then the explanation of the tentative agreement for teachers' contracts. And Dr. Vanderay, do you have a little more information for that?
Sure. To start out, I wanted to thank Miss Lauren Bonner and her team for working with us. Felt like it was a great evening of trying to do what's best for our teachers, and want to thank Mr. Birch and Mr. Strange for being on the committee as board members to help by giving their time, their contribution to the process. And then I just thought it'd be nice to highlight some of the major items. Of course, one big thing anytime there's a contract negotiation, it's always the financial side. So I'm very excited that we are working to increase the salaries this year of our teachers by $3,000 and next year by $2,000. That is pending a reopener clause that's in there. So I really feel like that's a big investment to retain the great teachers that we have, and also a recruiting tool for attracting other teachers to come to us in the future. We did increase a sick day buyback program that we have, where when a teacher retires, it was $20 a day as an incentive to, if they didn't have to use their sick days, then we buy them back, and we increased that to $50 a day, which will be a benefit to our teachers, and also anytime that they have leftover sick days, it's a benefit to our students because it means they didn't have to use them. We're all very proud of our early college program and the number of dual credit classes that we offer. That's something that really sets us apart from other schools. And so investing in those teachers, we will be paying $500 per class per semester for teachers that teach dual credit classes. Another piece that I'm really excited about that we got in there is a $2,000 stipend to a teacher that retires from Bloomfield School District if they give us a notice early in the first semester of the year that they're retiring. By doing that, it'll do a couple things. One, it'll really honor and thank the teacher that's retiring for all the years of service that they gave to the school. So it'll be a nice stipend and reward for that. But then on the side of hiring and recruitment, it'll give the principals the chance to get a really early jump on finding the best possible candidate for replacement, which is what we want for our students. And so just to explain the reopener clause that's in there, that's really a protection clause for the teachers and for the administration. And so what might cause it to reopen for next year is if our ADM drops or increases by 15 or more students, because that would have a major financial impact on our budget. or if insurance premiums increase, because that's, to protect the teachers on their budget, coming back to the table for further discussion if that happens. So those are some of the major things in there, but it's, I was very excited about all that we worked through, because I really think it's a big investment on the teachers that we care about and want to keep. So,
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments on the tentative agreement? All right, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you. All in favor? All right, thank you. And then the non-certified staff handbook and job description updates. And would you like to update on that?
sure. So every time that we work towards contract changes for our teachers, the next step we always like to look at our handbook for non-certified employees. And the overarching goal of that handbook is to mirror the teacher contract as much as possible. And so, one of, a couple of things that were addressed in there is we are recommended to move to a scale, which will make it easier for employees to understand where they're at salary-wise and where they will go each year that they add a year of experience. But also, again, just like with teachers, all the rest of our staff positions are essential to running an efficient school and investing in our students. So we want to have a salary that recruits and retains the staff that we have. So a 6% raise is what is in there. Another piece, like I mentioned with the teachers on the sick day buyback program, we added a $20 a day retirement deposit for a non-certified employee who retires from Bloomfield School District. And so just another reward for working to minimize the number of days that they have to be out as well. So again, the goal is to mirror as much with the teacher contract where possible, but we want to invest in our non-certified staff like we do our certified staff.
Thank you. Is there any questions or comments on this? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. All in favor? Okay, thank you very much. And then board contributions to health insurance premiums for the building principals. Any questions or comments on this? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? All right, thank you very much. And then the school improvement plans. Is there any questions or comments on this? All right, seeing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll motion we approve.
All right, and a second. All right, thank you. All in favor? All right, looks like we've got some field trips coming up. The Bay Club overnight field trip. Is there any questions or comments there? Seeing none, we have a motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. All in favor? All right, thank you. And then the FFA out-of-state field trip in November. Is there any questions or comments there? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
All right, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? All right, thank you. And then the NJROTC overnight and out-of-state overnight trip. Is there any questions or comments there? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I motion we approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. All in favor? All right, thank you. And then the 2024 school board meeting dates. Everybody had a chance to look at those. I have any conflicts? I did want to make two comments. I don't know what you guys want to think about. So the first one is on the reorg meeting, January 15th. That is the deadline that's required by the state. We have to have it by the 15th. So do we want to wait till the last minute to have it? So I'm thinking we probably ought to back that up maybe to the Thursday before, January the 11th. Is there any questions or concerns about that? All right, and then the other one's more personal. The one in June, you had backed it up because you were at a conference. And that week is the week we usually go on vacation because it's a holiday, the holiday week. And so you guys will have holidays that week too. So I don't know if we want to look at maybe changing that. You had suggested maybe even earlier in the week, that of the week of our normal. So that would be June the 20, sorry, I didn't write that down.
Yeah, so if it's normally June the 27th, we could, if we wanted to move it to Monday of that week, so that'd be the 24th.
Okay.
It's supposed to hear the 20th.
Well, so
That was the backup date.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, he
Okay,
backed it up a
gotcha.
whole week because of him being gone for a conference. But that's gonna, like I said,
Gotcha, yeah.
yeah, so do we want to have it our normal week, but on Monday instead? Anybody have any questions or concerns about that? Okay, so we'll change that one to June the 24th. Okay, so do I have a motion to accept the calendar as revised?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? All right, thank you very much. And then on to the superintendent's report.
I just wanted to make a comment and really it's a thank you to the board for, tonight we, you guys approved the teacher contract, the non-certified handbook, an option for our principals. And I just appreciate that you guys are focused on doing and contributing such an investment to each of those categories to show your support and care for our employees. I think it goes a long way to what you guys approved and are supportive of tonight. So thank you all.
All right. And is there any board member comments and items for future agendas? All right, seeing none, our future meetings are going to be November the 30th and December the 14th, both at 6 o'clock here in the Media Center. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. And Chad, make it to the.
That's right.